Hello and welcome to Zephyr's Gambit, a channel for role-playing games. Today, I am privileged to be GMing for a group of my three friends, Chris, Corey, and Jim. We are playing Star Wars: A Slice of Desperation, and this is our session 3. Up to date, we started on near Pando, and we in hut space, and we had a job to basically go through an ancient gateway to another planet called Planet Chuzalla, and see if we could establish a trade route, basically, not using the hyperlanes that the Empire is guarding so well. And so we went through the gateway, and it so happened that there was an Empire droid aboard our ship, aboard our transport, and it basically interrupted the journey by kicking us out of the gateway and onto a planet that was not our destination, and was on the way to our destination. And this planet was Danton VI in the Trebodar System. And basically, we have come out a little bit bruised and beaten, and been like, what do we do now? How do we get to where we're meant to go? We don't know anything about this place. We came out of the cave network and onto this lookout, basically looking up over the planet, where there was lots of trees and valleys and stuff, and we met some scouts who told us immediately to shut up and get down, because Empire forces were nearby, and they told us about a safe or relatively safe location, which was down the road a couple of miles. And so we have been on that road. We had a little bit of trouble with some local wildlife, and basically now making it to the cave network that these scouts told us about, the Elom Caves. And that is where we start off. Let us introduce our characters that we'll be playing today. It will be Chris, Corey, and then Jim. Go ahead, guys, and let us know what your characters are thinking based on what happened last time.
Well, yeah, I am Chris, and I'm playing Minith, Faybeck. Minith is feeling a little insecure for kind of a rare moment in her life. She's like out of her element and nursing her wounds, and feeling a little ego bruised for her lack of ability to be any contribution at all to our little altercation with the local wildlife.
So, Corey, you are muted.
Where I am. Tonight I'll be playing Rick Dath. That's enough. His name is Rick Dath. He doesn't shoot things, but he'd like to. And he's a tracker, for sort of in intensive terms. And yeah, it should be fun tonight. We're going to a cave system. I got this girl who talks too much, so I don't have to talk much.
All right. Very good. And Jim.
Hey, I'm Jim. I'm playing the Solist Chief. I am our mechanic and kind of catch-all left in the group. And after our last session, I'm feeling pretty good, mostly because of this droid that I've slapped a restraining bolt onto. Can't wait to figure out what exactly is on it and to make a new friend out of it.
Excellent. All right, and I will take us over to where we find ourselves in this little cave network. So, and I will describe what that looks like. So, let us transfer over there. You may have to zoom out. We are at the very bottom of this map, so you might have to scroll down as well. And let me describe what you see. The cave is pleasantly lit by homely glowing wall lanterns. Crude woven tapestries hang from the walls. The rock has been hewn by strong hands. And then, all of a sudden, coming round a bend in the tunnel, you see them. Bulky humanoids that are heavily furred in tan and brown thick hair. Their face is the only part of their body not covered in fur and is a wrinkled mess of high nostrils, black eyes, and twin tusks. They have no neck, their 3 clawed hands look powerful and strong, and their feet similarly have 3 toes. They are undressed, but their fur seems to conceal their extremities. And so you find yourself in this cave. You are free to explore, given that you have been told to give these creatures the fruit that the scouts gave you. They will accept the fruit as a peace offering and allow you to walk around in their home abode. So you guys can do that, and you are safe, or relatively safe, while you are in this cavern network.
Okay.
Sweet. So then, so are these people just? Does it look like these are also some sort of rebel unit, or is this just indigenous folks?
So
Can I ask them that? Or?
yes, their way of speaking is kind of a little different, and in order to actually find one that can talk reasonably well in common takes a couple of minutes. They mostly are speaking a different language that you guys don't know, but you do eventually find one, and I'm just going to post in our Google Hangout here a page that will show you what these things kind of look like. So you can, yeah, so they have like this they're sort of that's kind of how these things speak.
That. Nice.
And so they don't really so they sort of gesture to you when you start speaking in common. They sort of gesture to you, they nod like they understand you, and then they take you further inside the caves, and they point at one of them who is a little darker fur, and that one will turn around and will start speaking in common, but it's kind of it's pidgin English, I suppose. It's not the best, but you can at least understand him, whereas most of them don't. You can see from their mouths, it's very difficult to actually, for them to actually speak in common because of the way that the mouth works. We actually have a very sophisticated mouth network with our tongue and throat and teeth, and they can't, most of them can't actually manage to do what we can do with our mouths. So it's only a couple of them that can speak full common with any degree of usefulness.
Okay.
But they seem friendly. You know, the other one, this one with the darker hair, he you know, greets you and welcomes you to the caves. He says, you know, in his own unique way, we are safe here, but our friends, the Elomen, they are not safe. They are slaves to the Empire. There's very few of them left, but they are being held in a camp nearby, and we are lucky to have not been found by the Empire in these caves as yet. And we're really concerned about our friends, the Elomen, and they basically introduce themselves. There's a few names that sort of go past, and you don't really catch them because they're kind of in this different language. But it's kind of not important. You see straight away that these people seem very friendly and very family focused. They walk up to each other and put their arms around each other when they walk and talk. And yeah, you guys can do whatever while you're here. They will ask your names and they won't be able to repeat them the way that you guys say them.
Probably won't be able to say their names either, to be fair.
The big one that can speak a little bit of common basically points to you, Maneth, and he says, "Lion," and points to Riktat and says, "Wolf," and points to Jeef and sort of.
And Jeef interrupts real quick, kind of hearing how they're mumbling through everything. Calls himself what Rick's been calling him. I go, beef.
Beef.
I'm
he's able to say beef. Yes.
Assessing what they're doing with their mouths, I'm like, beef. There. They can say my name. Beef.
Yeah. Yeah. So he's going to call you Lion. He's going to call you Wolf. Richter. And Jeef he's going to call Beef.
Do you have a healer? She kind of gestures to her wound. I think it was her arm that was wounded, but she kind of gestures and shows them. And do you have someone who can help me with this?
Yes. Elom Shaman in Pillar of Fire.
Okay. Thank you.
He says, deep in caves. We show you. And he can give you a tour. And basically, if you scroll up, or if you've zoomed out of your map, you will see that there is a big room which has got a little bit of water in it, and there is a pillar of fire in that room. And this is not normal fire, but this is kind of like, this is a fire that is kind of magical in nature, and it is actually what the Elom do is when one of the lanterns that's hanging on the walls, when they burn out, they bring the lantern to the pillar of fire, and they relight it and they take it back to its location, and hence the cave is always lit. And so this room will be very, very well lit, and the whole cave is very well lit. It's very homely. It's an orange kind of warm glow, and yeah, you can see this pillar of fire, and there's a whole board under there, and you can actually walk under there, and there will be a female Elom who actually has like this overcloak it's sort of like tattered robes, really, and has these beads that sit around her neck, and she will be sitting underneath the pillar of fire. There's the roof, and then the pillar of fire is sort of above the roof and is visible on the outside, but not on the inside. And she is underneath, and there is a circle of stones that is on the floor. And basically, she is sitting cross-legged in that circle of stones, and she pokes the ground with a stick that has some dried berries and feathers and things on the end of the stick. And from anything that you know of sort of old non-technological races, this looks like an ancient shaman from what you might have heard in tales. These guys certainly do not look technologically advanced in any way. So, yeah.
Okay. So I look around kind of in wonder and look at the guys to see, I don't know, I guess just gauging their reactions to the situation. And then, you know, I turn to the dark one and I say thank you, and I approach the shaman.
Okay. Very good. Yeah, so you can do that. So the water is only knee deep the entire way around that water. So you're sort of walking through knee deep water to get to there. I'll just drag you guys up there. Not that it's that important, but just shows kind of where we are. All right, so yeah. And I know it looks like we're in the fire, but we're actually underneath the fire. So yeah, you guys can be in there. And she will gesture to you. She won't speak to you at this stage, but she will gesture to you. And as she does, you notice that she was in the center of this stone circle. But even though she is seated, you see her lift up into the air. And her body moves backwards a little bit to give you room to sort of also sit. And she gestures for you to sit in the circle of stones.
Okay. And I do that. Thank you. Kind of
and as she taps the earth, a little grub burrows its way out of the earth, and she picks the grub up, and she reaches behind her and pulls out a bowl, and she squeezes the grub and some ooze comes out into the bowl, and she takes a mortar and a pestle and starts to stir this bowl, and takes one of the dried berries off her stick and breaks it and pours the juice into the bowl, and again mixes the bowl, and then she takes a sip and holds the bowl out to you and says, "Heal."
And I again nod and say thank you, and I take it and I take a sip from it.
Okay, so then she's gonna roll a medicine check, I guess. Actually, we're here. We're resting. So basically, this is just going to increase your ability to heal naturally. You won't feel an immediate restorative effect. You'll feel a tiny little bit of warmth in your gullet. It's sort of like maybe a scotch going down. You sort of feel this warmth, but you're not immediately feeling better. But after a rest, you feel better than you felt in, on a morning wake up than you felt in a long time. But if you're not resting right now, you won't feel the effects until you rest, because it's all about the body, helping the body recuperate in a faster, more holistic manner.
Nice. Okay.
So anyone else that wants to share in this can sit in this circle and also partake in that. Basically, it does not seem to be harming Mineth, and it's not disgusting to taste. It's, I don't know, bland, but yeah, you can swallow it.
Absolutely not. I am way too modern and technological, and that is everything I'm with. Give me a shot. Give me like medicine in pill form. Give me something from behind the counter from a dude in a white coat. This is not okay.
Yeah,
I'm good, and I will pass the bowl on.
Okay, very good. The shaman does not seem offended or just nods. Yeah. Understand.
I'll smile and be polite. I'm like, yeah. No, I'm not going to drink this. Here, you have this.
Buzz it up. Cool.
Rick, that will try some.
Cool. Yeah. You've occasionally, from time to time, have had to resort to eating, various bugs on your hunts when you've run out of supplies, and this kind of just tastes like the the innards of a bug. It's yeah. But it does have that warm feeling, that warm sensation as it goes down your gullet.
Nice.
Gross. Thanks.
So this one can't speak to us as well, right?
So far, she has said the word heal.
Okay.
Has not said anything else at this stage.
So while they're sitting there, like, well, thanks. And I'm going to get up and find that Elom who can talk to us. Because if this is going to be primitive, I'm not one to necessarily be super, like, gung-ho and let's save the day. But they said there's an Imperial camp, and they've got people who got captured. And wherever there's an Imperial camp, there's definitely higher technology stuff and higher technology medicines.
Yeah.
So I would rather get my hand on that than
and by this time, given that you've been here for a little while, and I'm going to narrate that it's taken a little while to sort of get familiar with these people, look around the caves, find this pillar of fire, talk to this shaman, all that sort of stuff. They're friendly enough, but it takes a little bit to sort of go, oh, you are these people, and they keep on introducing yourself to the rest of the clan. And basically, so it takes a little while, and by the time you sort of leave the pillar of fire and find a place, they're one of those small little caverns. They've set it up with some dried underbrush, and then layered on top of that some cloth. And these are kind of the beds that they themselves sleep on, and you can see that. And there's some feathers and things like that under some of them. And certainly there's pillows of feathers that that there are to lie upon, and they've sort of set that up for you while you've been in the pillar of fire, and sort of and they show you that, and there's two extra beds here. Than just the three of you guys. And as you sort of see the room, you hear some noise behind you, and it's the two scouts that you met earlier, as they have finished their scout around to make sure that they weren't being followed by Empire forces, and they're finally shown back up. And one of them, the woman, she carries with her a just this small tray, and on the tray there's like a substance bar. You know, it's basically a meal for a day, and there's some pills, and just your standard sort of heal all kind of stuff, not super like crazy technological, but this is totally beyond what these Elom are capable of doing. You know, they're wrapped in plastic, and the pills come in the plastic jars that you can sort of unscrew, and yeah.
Cool. And so that's Ferricia? Ferricia?
Ferricia, yes.
Ferricia. Thank you. And Boytuck.
Yes.
Glad to see you made it back safely.
and Boytak immediately grunts and says, "Well, it's no thanks to you."
Well, I'm terribly sorry about that. Did you see any? Did you end up seeing any Imperials, or?
Yes, we did. But we managed to lead them off your trail, and then escape.
Thank you so much for your assistance. We can't. There aren't thanks enough.
You're welcome. I take it you're not Imperial forces.
No, we're not. We're supposed to be, you know, as we mentioned before, we were supposed to be headed somewhere else, and that droid must have knocked us off course. And
about that droid, it looks very similar to some droids that are in that camp. Looks very similar. I'm a little bit nervous about that, to be honest.
Well, that's weird, because we didn't come from anywhere near here, and I'm pretty sure the ship was checked over pretty good.
Okay. Where exactly do you hearken from, if you don't mind me asking?
Oh, I'm from Celestin.
Okay, that's a
That's not what you
long
mean.
way away.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. You didn't mean my home. We just came from near Pando.
What?
Yeah, it's been like an hour, maybe 2. We're fast.
He looks at Ferricia and he goes, Can you explain this? These people delusional? And she goes, no. Near Pando's in hut space, right?
Oh, yeah.
So, how are you here?
ancient magic. And I'm looking toward the other two of you now because I'm like, I don't know a good way to explain this, or if I want to explain this anymore.
A Dascourse sent us.
Oh, okay. We've heard of them.
We're sort of, testing a new way of getting around, for them. And, well, it backfired. This isn't where we were supposed to end up, as I said.
Well, but if you were able to get from near Pando to here in a matter of, what did you say? Like an hour or whatever, that sounds very useful. That's not by hyperlane, right?
Right.
No. And I'm looking at the two of them. Do we want to explain more?
Well, you're the mechanic.
Well, before you explain it, she sort of spits out. She says, "Oh, well, that sounds very very useful to us rebels." Oh, yeah. So we're rebels.
Well, that's not good. Maybe we should head back.
Well, yeah, the general idea is to be able to move things around without so much, imperial attention. So,
Well, I mean, they have been making themselves known, let's just say, and well, we're trying to disrupt their efforts while we're here. But as the Elom have told you, some of their friends, the Elom and another group of natives, are sort of slaves in the Imperial camp. We haven't been able to free them yet, and we don't know where to take them, even if we were to free them, because there's these caves really aren't suitable for them. So we've been looking for somewhere to send them. I mean, being refugees isn't the best thing, but being freed from slavery, that's that's a worthwhile goal. So we've been looking for some options. Haven't found anything as yet, and there's only the two of us here. We're just scouting out their operations at this stage, and we wouldn't be able to get in and get out in one piece. Certainly not just with the two of us. But, yeah.
Are you implying that we could help? I mean, I'm just a mechanic. Okay, I want to make that perfectly clear. I'm just a mechanic. Okay.
Do you have a ship big enough to transport all these people? How many are there?
Exactly.
Well,
we don't really know exactly. The Elom haven't really been able to tell us that, but they've sort of given us a round number. Let's have a look. I'm just gonna quickly check my map here and count up how many I've got. So we've got, there's maybe up to a dozen.
oh, wow.
They have basically been hunted out to almost extinction in this area, and the rest of them have been kept as slaves. So we're hoping to free the remainders of them, and maybe they can find somewhere to repopulate their numbers. Maybe find some of their kin on another world. We only really have a two-man ship here, and certainly the Rebel Alliance wouldn't be willing to send anything much bigger, especially being that there's a rather large Empire weapons manufacturing facility on the other side of this planet.
Ooh,
Really?
it's tricky, doesn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. Hence why we were kind of nervous with you guys making so much noise. We don't want to. Yeah.
Because we totally look like stormtroopers. I mean, I don't know how many, stormtroopers you've ever met that were Sullust, but I might be the first, I guess. From what I've heard, it's mostly all humans.
Yeah, well, as far as we know. But sure, yeah. We don't think you're Imperial forces, but
I just think we're loud.
yeah.
I get you. We weren't exactly quiet. Didn't I turn to Rick and Jeef? Didn't Chuzalla say that we could have gone through that gate with or without a ship, a transport?
Yeah.
Pretty sure.
So, what do you think the odds are that we can figure out how to leave here the same way we got here? If we could figure that out, maybe we could, transport some refugees too.
Well, it occurs to you when you say that at this stage, the chamber that you arrived in looked completely different to the chamber that you left in, and you haven't yet found a chamber similar to the one you left in, or anything that even looks like somewhere that you could be used as a transportation thing. It just looked like an exit, really. That other one. It occurs to you that you would need to find a gateway before you would be able to use it. And you don't even know if it would be the same as the other one. The other one required backup generators placed all around the room with all of those cables, if you remember, to operate. You don't even know if this one would still be intact.
Right.
So you haven't found out any information about it. But if it was intact and if you were able to use it, then you know that absolutely people can use it without being on the transport.
Wonder if there's. So so you're saying that we would know that there's supposed to be two pieces to each one. There's an entry and an exit.
So
Yeah, we need to get on that right now.
I mean, it's a process of deduction, really.
Yeah. Okay. So we don't know where all there might have been any in the first place, but okay. I just kind of turned to Jeef, I guess, since he's a mechanic. And what do you think the odds are of finding a gate since we arrived here? Maybe there's an opposing gate somewhere?
Well, you see, that's what I was thinking. I almost think it would be really odd to have multiple gates on a planet, especially when, I mean, they've found one on near Pando and one on wherever it was that we were going. And this one they had no clue about. So it's safe to assume that there's probably one of these on some other planets, but gosh, and my eyes light up. If we could get into one of those Imperial facilities, we might be able to send a message back to Near Pando and let them know what happened.
Yeah, you think that's absolutely possible. if you could get in undetected, you definitely could send a message. Imperial.
And then I go, wait, and I look over at the rebels. How do you make contact with the rest of your people?
No, we could arrange for a message to be sent. I mean, it would only be to rebel forces on near Pando, so it might take a little while for them to act on the information, given that you're not rebel forces.
Yeah, but you are. So what you need to do is you need to say that you found someone who's come through some strange gate from near Pando, and that you have people here who need to be removed off-world immediately. And I'm pretty sure at that point the rebels will act on it, right? I mean, it's what you guys do, save people, right?
Oh,
even from the Imperial.
That is part of our as part of our creed, yes.
Well, perfect. Kick back. Send that message, brother. Good job. We did it. Make sure you make the check out to Jeep and Friends.
So he looks over to Farrakaya, and Farrakaya sort of shrugs and sort of like, okay, and he will go and sends a message. He says it'll be a bit of a wait before we hear anything back.
Oh, and make sure that message gets to who do we want to get it?
Probably Chuzalla,
Yeah.
right?
Okay.
Or Giselle. Giselle is where we were going. Sorry. I'm getting those names wrong. Osa.
Yeah.
Yeah, to Osa of a desperate, I would think. She'd be the best person, right? I mean, she sent us.
Well, she's a public figure, so she's easily identifiable.
That
But
was her.
I think also that she's the head archaeologist in the situation, so I figure that anything going wrong, she's going to be the one who makes something happen the quickest once the message gets to her.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, she's in charge of the entire project.
She may have some intel about these gates too. She might be able to.
Well, yeah.
Tell us something more that we need in order to continue.
Okay. I look over at boy talking to Farrakaya. Hey, is it safe to go back to our gate where we came through? I mean, I'm sure taking a couple of hollows so they can send them back to her too, so she can see what she's looking at. And with as important this is, I mean, it might be a good idea even to tell her about this droid that screwed the whole thing up. Let her know that somebody on the inside on her end's really messing with her.
Okay. So they pull out a map of the local area, and they can show you on this map where we are. They can show you the location of the Empire facility that's nearby. They can show you the scouting routes of the Empire forces, and they can point to the outlook that you guys met these two, and they say, based on this map, where exactly did you guys come from? We didn't even really establish that.
I'm not any good at this.
So, looking at the map, can we see the ravine or whatever that we crossed?
Yeah, it's not it's not super clear, but yeah, you can see the ravine. Certainly, you can't make out the bridge because it's tiny, but you can certainly make out that ravine. Yeah.
Right. So if so I just kind of point and say we came from somewhere over here. We crossed this ravine and there were some caves that we came out.
As soon as you point there, Farrakaya and Boytak look at each other and there's just this silence. And they look at each other and they look at each other.
What?
And they say, you mean you crossed the ravine of the mist?
Yeah, that place. Yeah, good job.
There was a lot of mist.
And you survived?
Here we are.
I mean, there was a bridge.
It wasn't exactly a fun crossing, but made it.
Okay.
Yeah, what is with that mist? It hurt you some way.
Well, I mean, usually down that low, I'm assuming that the whole place was covered in like you would have just, you don't have any breathing gear on you.
We didn't go in the mist.
But you were so low down. The mist rises a great distance up.
Now, am I talking out of my ass here with what was it below us?
It was below us, yes.
Yeah.
Which really surprises Boytak and Farrakaya. They, as far as they know, the mist level is a lot higher than you guys experienced.
Oh, weird.
Maybe it changes with the weather? There was
Go ahead.
something nasty hiding in it, though, that tried to take us out.
But wait,
Yeah,
you're
it
saying
was
you
time
fixed
for
it?
us.
Do we get paid for fixing that too?
Well,
How you gonna fix mist? It ain't got no circuit boards or nothing there.
we don't know if you've fixed it. We can have a look. Certainly, we can go back to where we met you. As long as you try and be quiet. All right. So they agree to take you back to where they found you, and scout out the area. It's been a night, and for those who took either the pills that Farrakaya gave or the substance that the shaman gave, you can basically heal yourself to full. If you did not partake in any of that, then it's just standard rate healing, natural healing. But I'm assuming you either did one or the other.
I mean, I'll take a pill.
Yeah,
but I pocket that pill because
okay. So yeah,
rest is good enough for me. And anything to hoard, I can.
Okay. Yeah, sure. So you've only just naturally rested, and yeah. All right. So and then
Do we recover strain too, or
on a full rest or a night's rest, good night's rest, you recover all strain and one wound.
Normally, yeah, but
okay.
But with the shaman's ointment, that has allowed you to heal all wounds and all
everything.
strain. Yeah,
I like that.
And the pill will do that too if you take it, but you haven't taken it, so.
Yeah, but I ate that stuff.
Yes, so you're fully healed of strain and of health.
Nice.
Okay. And then when you guys are ready, they will take you back to the Outlook. You can lead them back down the path and you get to about 3/4 of the way down the path, and the mist is now at that level, and you can't actually descend into the area where you came from.
This is strange.
Mm-hmm.
So what happens if you go in it, looking over at what? Boytak.
So he explains that it is like a poisonous concoction of all sorts of elements that a human or a human-like person cannot breathe. And if they were to breathe it, that it'd be devastating to their health. In other words, for every round that you stay in the mist, you take 5 wounds and 5 strain.
Oh, yeah. If you breathe it.
If you breathe it, yes.
Mm.
So we're going to have to go to the Imperial camp just to get some sort of rebreather, because the two of you obviously don't have one since it makes you so nervous.
We don't at this stage. We're only recently on this planet, and it's not something that was on.
How long have you been on this planet?
About a week.
Oh, okay. Okay. I look over at the rest of my friends and it's like, I was giving these two a whole lot more credit. Okay. All right, cool. So.
Okay. Well.
But in that week, they've managed to know exactly what the Empire forces are doing. They've got very good intel.
Yeah. You've done some amazing recon in such a short period of time. And I should jab Jeef in the ribs for being kind of.
Ow! What?
All right. So your plan is to get some rebreathers from the Imperial camp. So, and you've said this out loud?
I don't know if that's a very good idea.
The scouts, the rebel scouts, Boytak and Ferrikai, they say, well, there's a few ways that we could get you in. We know that the scouting patrol, where the scouting patrols will be, we know that they wear uniform. And what we could do is we could ambush one of those scouting patrols and get you guys in uniform. I mean, you're not humans, but I mean, you could squeeze in, and I mean, then you wouldn't be recognized as who you are.
I literally put my hands up on my jowls, going, my face won't fit in one of those. It just literally won't.
Yeah, there's no way.
Do the Imperials by any chance carry these rebreathers that we need? The scouts, you know.
I don't believe so.
That's too bad.
Well, we got to figure something else out.
But I mean, they say
yes, Mr.
these the helmets, like the trooper helmets, they might have some sort of rebreather technology. We don't know that. We haven't looked at that. It's not something that but well, I mean, we could certainly ambush them. It would then mean that we can check those helmets out. If they don't then have that technology, then at least 2 of you could fit into one, and then we could fit into some, and then you, well, I mean, I don't know. We could dress him up as a droid.
If I could even find a broken one anywhere, I could make it work.
All right. We'll see what we can do. Let's go to phase 1 of the plan then, and set up an ambush. And but you guys will have to be part of this. 2 of us can't take a scouting party of 4. So,
are you wanting to kill him, or just restrain him? Because
well, as long as
over here, Rick is itching to kill something.
Yeah, well, the more that are dead, the better for us.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, we have a plan.
Here I'm well with this talk of killing things. What am I gonna? What are you guys gonna have me do?
I hand you my gun. You can use this.
Have you ever shot?
No, never. Would you like to show me how?
Yeah.
Maybe not.
Yeah.
Maybe
All right.
not here.
But if you run away again,
He'll shoot you. That's why he's pausing. He doesn't want to say it. You don't? Oh. Okay, he won't.
just don't run away again, please.
Well, then I suggest you give me some lessons, but maybe we should not do that here.
I reach over to the blaster pistol I gave you, and I put I put the safety on.
She kind of, I imagine I'm holding it quite gingerly, like not really.
It's pretty easy. You just point this end at whatever you want to blast, and then when the safety's not on, you just shoot it.
So I just push this and squeeze this.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it might push back on it a little bit, so you might want to lean into it.
Okay.
Anyhow.
So I kind of look around for somewhere to put it on me until we get to a place where I can.
All right. Yeah. Oh, good. So they will heal you guys up.
I'll look over at Boy Talk then, and as they walk off, I go, "Do you have an extra blaster pistol by any chance?" I literally just gave my only gun away.
Yes, he does.
Perfect.
Right. So what he gives you. So you can. They both only have rifles.
Oh.
So they both have blaster rifles. But you know what? They're rebel forces. So yeah, you can have a pistol, blaster pistol.
Okay.
Do we know? Do you know the stats of a blaster pistol? I've got.
I'm sure that's what I've got.
Okay.
Anyway, but if it's similar to if it's what I've already got, then I'm gonna take that, look at it, and trade my blaster pistol back out and give it to her.
The stats that I have here are 6 damage, crit 3, stun setting. Is that about right?
I think so.
Yeah. Cool. So that's what he's got. You can have. He's probably only got 1 spare because because they have rifles. There's probably 2 spare, just in case they needed the pistols. But they use rifles. Both of these guys use rifles.
Cool. Well, then I will grab mine. I'll grab mine back and give her the one I just picked up. Because the one I have is really it's got some modifications on it that might make her just learning to shoot a little bit more difficult.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. So you can have that. So it's six damage. It's crit 3. It's there's a stun setting on it if you don't want to kill things, and basically it uses agility and ranged light.
Okay. Let's see.
When I hand the new one to you, and I take mine back, I go, this one's only stun. You're going to want to have the option to hurt somebody your first time.
Well, okay.
Oh, don't worry. You can switch your gun to stun as well. And I show her, and you can see that like it's been shot at the stun while it was on the stun setting, and it's kind of just welded that way. It can't be changed.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Keep that in mind.
Cool.
Nice.
I realize now that I'm actually in this session that I didn't make tokens for Ferrikaya and Boytak because I'm silly. So I'm just going to quickly do that while we're talking and getting prepared. It won't take very long because I'm all set up here to do that. Just as well.
Oh. How did Boytak and Ferrikaya get here? Do they have a ship hidden somewhere?
They have a ship, but it's just the two of them. It's a two-person ship. Because otherwise they would likely be detected by the Empire if it was any bigger.
And you can keep making it. I'll just, in the conversation, I'm gonna like pry because I want to know. I want to know as much as I can about their ship. I get real excited hearing about their ship.
All right. Well, you can find out whatever information you want to know. I haven't got that prepared, so
it's probably like if they might have an X-wing, they might have like a bomber or something. It wouldn't be an A-wing. B-wings are pretty unique, so they may not have one of those.
Yeah, I would say probably an X-wing. Yeah.
Oh, that's sweet. That's real sweet.
It's been specially modified to be extra stealthy, you know.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah.
That's rad.
Yeah, we've got like a special, you know, jammer for Empire signatures, that sort of thing.
Is your ship okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you're not gonna like. We can trust you,
No.
right?
Of course not. No.
Oh no, I'm not into stealing big things. I was more curious if
because I'll shoot you right here if you're gonna take my ship. I mean,
no. I mean,
No.
if you want to take me somewhere, I mean, I'd love to fly it. I'll be honest with you. That sounds real awesome to me. But no, if it needed some repairs on it or something, again, I don't know the circumstances of your actually getting here. So I just wanted to check and make sure. Like I said, I'm a mechanic.
right.
So that's probably the best way I could help you.
Okay. He says, not as far as we know. But I mean, you can look it over if we all get through this. So you know
that would be awesome. I'd appreciate that. That sounds amazing.
cool.
I never got to get up close to an X-wing.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, you guys are all set. I am just getting these tokens, and we're on our way. There we go. Cool. At least that doesn't take very long. Sorry about that. It's something I just forgot. So we're all good. We're ready to go. I'll take you over to the map that we're going to ambush these guys on. Is there any other special preparation beyond what these scouts are doing that you would want to say before or as we travel to where we're going?
No.
I don't think so.
Okay, good. So I will take us over there. Let us go here. Okay, and here we are. So basically, this is you are on a bit of a hill, and on the opposite hill, you can sort of see the light of a fire that is slowly going dim because it seems like the troopers have finished up with their camp, and they are just preparing to move. So they're over on the left-hand side over here, and you guys are obviously where you can see there. And there's a whole bunch of trees, so there's plenty of places to hide. You can obviously see the or you should be able to see the lines of sight. Is everything working okay for you guys?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So
Well, where are they exactly? We can't see them 100%.
All right. So can you see my ping?
Yeah.
All right. They're kind of over there.
So can I go around those sight line? Not be able to see sight things. Those trees.
So they're just breaking camp. What Boytak and Ferrikaya will show you, they will point down, and let me just real quick show you. So they're likely to come down like this. Okay, so that's their pattern there. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna get myself. Give me 2 seconds.
So you guys are in like a really nice position because you guys can shoot down at them from the hill that you guys are on, and it would take a little bit to get around to where you guys are if they wanted to come and melee you. They can obviously shoot you guys too, but you can like jump behind some of those trees and whatever. So it's a pretty good location as far as ambushes go. If you wanted something slightly different, if you want to make some suggestions, they're obviously open, but you only have a few moments as the troopers are breaking camp right as we speak. The smoke is going dull, which means that they're just about put it out, and it looks like they're ready to move out.
Yeah, he's gonna get himself right there and just wait.
Cool.
No.
Yeah, well, they're certainly not expecting it, these Empire forces. All right. And so what I'll do is I'll just move one of them, okay? And then basically that will represent the group for now, okay? But if I just move one of them, then you can say basically stop to me, all right? I'll move it like 15 feet at a time or so. You can say stop to me, and that's where you will be able to take an action when you tell me to stop. And then I'll move all of the other tokens to the same location. Got that?
How many squares is short range? How many squares is medium?
Basically 20 feet. I'm going to say about 20 feet is short. Anything like, and then it's 20 feet increments. Okay.
Okay.
Each square is 5, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to be ish, you know. So at the moment they're extreme range, and if they get to that place, it'll be maybe short, maybe long. Probably probably medium. Probably going to be medium distance to shoot, depending on where you tell me to stop. So I'm going to move one now. All right, I'm moving it. So you just tell me to stop, and then I'll move the rest of the troopers to match where they are. Okay.
Well, you think we're right inside long range. I'm shooting.
What's that? I didn't catch
So
it.
as soon as it gets in long range, I'm shooting.
As soon as they get in long range, you're shooting from where you are.
Yeah, because I'm hiding behind a tree, right?
Yep, you certainly are.
No.
Okay. Cool. Very good. Let's see. Where are we? Where's my ruler gone? All right, let's just count that. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. So right here, that's medium. That's mediums. So you want long, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4. Just getting to where they are now is long, but that's like at the long of the long. That's like as far along as you can get.
How high is this incline right between us?
It's about 10 feet, maybe 15, and it's steep. It's very steep. It's quite it's like a cliff face, but it's only about between 10 and 15 depending on where you are. So like right here, that's like 15 feet. Like more down here is more like 10.
Okay. Could I be prone at the edge?
You can be prone at the edge, yes. Cool. Very good. So you're going to shoot at long range, Richter?
Yes, please.
All right. So what I'll do is I'll just move them one more square. All right. And you can basically, that's long range there. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3. So those two troopers at the front, you can get the whole group from there. Basically, I've moved the whole group into that long range band.
And there's how many?
There are 4 of them.
That's what I thought. Okay. Yeah, I was just gonna hit the guy right in the front.
Cool. Go for it. So it's just.
I'm gonna fucking hit something today.
It's long range, so you're going.
But my rifle's long range.
Yeah, I know. But so it's so 2, so 3 purple then for long.
Okie dokie. You gonna put it in or want me to do it?
Sure. Let me and let's actually, before we go too much further, because I keep forgetting to do this and I'm a bad GM for it. let's just refresh our character sheets here. So let's get rid of her. Do you want to roll some? Actually, I'll force the update. Do you want to roll some destiny for me? Ooh. Ooh. Okay.
Yeah, great.
I need one more destiny.
Mine didn't.
Oh,
It keeps just
Wait,
saying
what?
ice pool. It's not.
Okay. Let me. All right. Let me roll one for you, I guess. Oh my god. Okay. Sure. So this is our position. Wow. So for those at home, we're sitting on, excuse me, we're sitting on four black or dark side destiny pool, 0 light side destiny pool. It seems like we're in a bad situation. Cool. So let me clear that. I will set up those 3 purples for you. You can do your own pool. Obviously, don't put any purples in because I've put them in for you.
no, yeah.
Let me double check my stats here that I'm going to get this correct. 1 second. Where are we? Where is my troopers gone? I do have them. Second. Where the heck? That one? There we are. Okay. So, no defense. Yep. Oh, good. So that should be it when you are done with yours.
All right, here we go.
Ooh. Okay.
Gosh darn it.
And it
Oh, wait, no. No purples.
It hasn't done that. So that's interesting. Because last time, whenever I put in purples,
It just, maybe we'll go.
huh. Let's do this way. So you end up with a fail and an advantage.
I'm a really crappy shooter. Yep, real bad.
All right. Cool. They well, we'll have to roll initiative at that point because someone's shot. So it will be a cool roll. And because they are surprised, they will have to roll vigilance.
Nice.
So I'm just going to clear my... Oh, why is it doing this? I have to, each time... So what's happening is I have to actually put the 0 in, and I have to press enter.
Yeah.
All right. So just roll. So Minith, you'll have a success and 2 advantage. Jeef, you'll have 2 successes. And Rikdat, you will have 1 success and 2 advantage. For the troopers, they're basically just rolling that. So they have 1 success. So We are PC, NPC, PC. Yep. So who wants to take the PC slot?
What about
So Rick Dutch shot does not count, okay, as in this initiative. So we're basically now new round.
We go first.
Starting from the top. Sorry?
Yeah.
What
We
about
go first. Right?
the two rebels?
The two rebels will act. Let's see. Boytac. They're gonna act together, so they will make cool checks. They've got 1, and the best of the intellect is 3. So we've got 1 and 2, and they get. Oh, well, they're going first. They're first, apparently. So Boytac and Ferrikaya will both fire their blaster rifles. And their agility is both 3. So that's the correct dice. So we've got 1 there. Oh my god. And 1. Oh, we need some purples. Sorry. I will just clear and roll a purple separately. Clear 3 purples. So the first purples would be the first roll, the second for the second roll. So what we have all up, we have
2 success, 1 advantage?
Yeah, Ferrikaya is definitely making a shot, and Boytac is not, as he got 2 fails, but he has an advantage. So he'll throw a boost dice at you guys, whoever's next, and Ferrikaya will do 2 plus 9. So that's 11 points of damage. So she will take out 1 of them with that 11 and injure another one. So 8. Okay.
Nice.
All right. Who wants to take the next PC slot or the first PC slot?
Oh, I'm starting back in
another shot?
again.
Yeah. All right. Go ahead.
I'm gonna put it in this time. Okay.
Yeah. Let me check that it's all clear before you press anything. Clear. All right. Go ahead.
Against 3 still, right?
Yes.
Come on.
Oh.
Gosh. That is insane. I hate this game right now.
I'm sorry. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Well, you got a boost. Roll that boost die by itself.
Oh yeah.
So clear it and roll a boost because you might succeed.
How do you clear? No.
Why isn't it's not displaying his results correctly for me?
Advantage.
Weird.
So I got an advantage. I'll give her the boost die.
Yep. Sounds good. All right. So yeah, you managed to fire at them. They're sort of like very surprised. They seem a little bit,
fire.
but they will get to shoot at you guys. I'm guessing you're like diving behind that tree. All right, so I'm going to have a look here at my dynamic lighting. Okay. it's going to be pretty damn hard to shoot at you. So what they're going to do is they're going to move 1, 2, 3, 4. This one's going to move over there. This one's going to move over here.
Have they seen us?
No, they've seen the fire. They've seen the. So they.
I did say I wanted to do a stealthing in the beginning, though. I want to get behind a tree and stuff.
Yeah. So this one's gonna. Sort of. Yeah, that's probably the best there. So he's gonna sit in there. That one's gonna sit in there. That one's gonna sit in there. And yeah, they are not shooting back because they don't really know what's shooting at them. But they are. Is there a fighting defensively or something in this game?
Defensive stance, I think.
Defensive stance.
I do not know.
All right, I'll quickly check that. I know there is in Genesis. Star Wars, Age of Empire.
Yes, there's guarded stance.
Cool, and that does.
Add the black to any combat checks. So it says helping him. It says helping him defend against melee attacks.
Oh. Well, these aren't melee attacks.
But they also gain a black dice to any combat checks they make until the end of their next turn. However, they also gain melee defense 1 until the end of their next turn.
It's not really going to help them, so they're just taking cover. All right. Cool. So PC.
I think it has to be Jeef because Minus just got that blaster, so.
Yeah, all I've got's a blaster too.
So 1, 2, 3, 4. So you are within medium.
Medium.
All right. Well, Minith will step around her tree and she will aim.
Point and click, girl. Point and click.
So you'll have to. So you'll have to get
her first shot.
Yeah, you'll have to get a little bit close. So Jeef is in medium, but you are not Minith. You'll have to get a little bit closer.
So I guess I like run up behind him.
So like here, this square here. Yeah.
Yeah. And then okay. And then yeah, take a shot.
All right. So as far as I can see, I'm all clear. So you put in your own dice. This is now medium, so it's 2 purples. They are in cover, so we'll add a black for the cover.
Black.
So 2 purples, a black, and whatever you get for your ranged light and agility.
Let's see. Which should be figured in, and then aiming gives you
a blue, but you'll take 2 strain because you've moved. So if you want to aim,
I will aim because
take 2 strain.
She can get. All right, and so
nice. That is just a threat.
Oh, I clicked the wrong one, didn't I? Shoot.
You haven't added.
I clicked claw.
Claw.
I clicked claw. I should have clicked the weapon.
Okay, go ahead and click your weapon. That's nicer.
Slightly better. Oh, much better, actually.
All right. Well, you've succeeded. So that'll be 7.
And I haven't.
Yeah, that's kind of funny considering.
So you take one out. Okay.
Nice.
So which one do you want to take out?
Well, I guess from where I am, this one here makes the most sense.
All right, so you take that one out. He's gone.
And then, yeah, I guess I just ducked down behind Jeef.
Yeah, and because this is your first time firing this sort of weapon, the recoil kind of catches you by surprise, and you take a point of strain.
I like it. Okay.
All right. From down here, I'm going to aim. And I don't think I get anything for being prone. It just does something to them. Yeah. All right. So I'm going to aim.
So it's basically the same. So it's a black, 2 purple. And
for me, it's going to be 3 purple because of my modification on the gun. Anything from medium range or further, it adds another. It raises the difficulty.
Okay.
So I'm at 1 black, 3 purple, and from aiming, I get a blue.
Yes. Nice.
Sweet.
Yeah, so you succeed. And how much damage is that? So it's still the same damage, but it's
8. 8 wounds.
8 wounds.
I put 1 blue in there, or 1 black, and it didn't roll it.
Okay.
Let me roll a black. Let me roll a black for you.
That's all good.
Okay.
It could end up being 7, couldn't it? If it's all right, all good.
Yeah.
So you take another one out. Let's.
That's it? No, there's one more.
There is one more.
Okay. If Rick Cat doesn't shoot something, he's going to shoot one of his companions.
And I'll just I pass a blue dice to whoever goes next.
All right.
Yeah. He rises up and puts his hand up to because the other guy goes first, right?
The Boytek and Farrakhan will go, and then you.
Okay. Can he like stand up like in their line line of fire and shoot?
Oh,
He's
sure.
very frustrated right now. You know what I mean? I'm sorry, not trying to be a dick. I just want to try to kill somebody.
Yeah. So, are you saying that's what Rickdat would do, or are you saying?
Yeah, that's what Rickdat would do.
Yeah. So, yeah, cool. You can do that. Go ahead.
All right, so I get that, and I'm gonna double aim because I'm not moving, so I don't take strain.
Yep.
And I'm gonna aim again, so I get 3 blue in my shot, and I get a black, right?
2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. So if you don't move, technically this is gonna be long
shot. Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
so
we're gonna do it.
So a black, 3 purples, and all
3 blues, and then my regular roll.
Okay, go ahead.
What? We're doing all kinds of things with this. Stop it.
Roll20 is good when it works.
Yeah.
Oh,
Did it
yeah.
work?
Yep. You got a hit with lots of threats. All right.
And finally.
So, yeah, you managed to take him out. Definitely. That's one. And with those threats.
But how about I actually shoot him in the face and we don't think that thing's usable?
What's that?
How about I shoot the guy in the face and ruin his helmet with all those threats? Or at least I shoot him in the face, and yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Because there's 4 of them, what I'm going to say is that at his last gasp of breath, he manages to send out a distress call to say that they are under fire, and then he dies. Fight!
Oh, jeez.
All right. So that's those threats. Cool. You've taken them out. Very good.
I shot something.
Yeah.
Can we take a quick break?
Sure. Yeah. If everyone wants
I gotta pee.
a
I'm
couple
sorry.
of minutes, have a quick couple of minutes, and we'll be back as soon as we can.
Figures now that I gave up and went.
That's okay. So we'll put all of these bodies down so that you guys can go through them. And we'll take you down here. You don't think that you have very long, given that he's gotten that distress call out. All right. I'm just going to be a second and I'll...
Okay. I'll find a better snack then.
Alrighty. We may not get to where I wanted to get to today, but we'll see what we can do.
Sorry, man.
Ah, it's all good.
You never know with us meddling players.
Well, you never know how long what you prepare is going to take either.
That too. Yeah.
I winged some of the descriptions in the tunnel, so I took a little bit more time anyway. So
It was so good, though, man.
cool.
How was
I'm
the
glad
ship?
you're enjoying it.
Always have.
Pleasure to run with you guys. I'm just
It's not very often I have to ask a question of what is this when I play the map.
Good. So yeah, we're just waiting on Jim. You guys can obviously go through those bodies.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to check.
Thanks, Jose, if you're watching.
Cool.
And yeah, I'm definitely gonna grab another weapon.
Cool.
Uh-oh. Somebody's
You
lazy.
guys created a monster.
I don't. Okay.
What's up?
I'm debating on whether or not I want to pick up something heavier.
Okay.
Huh.
We'll figure it out. So these Imperial troopers, they each have blaster pistols. So there's more. So there's 4 blaster pistols here. They each have a blast vest and a helmet. And you will need to do some sort of mechanics check to see if there's something in that helmet that you can activate to see if it'll rebreathe. Because at the first glance, it's without sort of tinkering around and trying things out, you don't know. So I'll get a mechanics check for that. And
Okay. Are we hearing any comm chatter through there, like asking questions about?
oh yeah, that's an interesting question. So yes, there's definitely it was more than chatter. It's like, what the hell was that? And let's get some more guys out there and stuff like that.
I look over wide at Boytek. Like,
Yeah, you don't have long.
I'll toss him a helmet while I start making the mechanics check on this other helmet to see if I can figure out what's on it.
Yeah. So while you're doing that mechanics check, it's I'm gonna call it easy, so it'll be just 1 purple. But with what's going on, I'm gonna give you 2 blacks because you can hear that they are calling in to each scouting group and they're saying, was this you? No, it wasn't us. And they are very quickly identifying which area this is calling from because they've contacted all of the other groups in the time that you've tinkered, and they know kind of the direction where these guys were scouting. So you know that not only do they know something's up, but they're sending troops in the correct direction towards you. So there's 2 blacks for that.
Okay, I get to remove one of the setbacks because of gearhead.
Yep.
And okay, cool. Go ahead, Rick. I gotta do the dice.
Go ahead. What?
You were starting to say something.
No, I didn't say anything.
Okay.
Wow. So you do not find a rebreather with your mechanics check. But given that you haven't found a rebreather, you have 3 advantages and a triumph. How do you want to spend that?
With that triumph, I'm like, there's no rebreather on this helmet. I start looking over the body, and I actually find like this guy is brand new and has a laminated index card with all of the correct responses, like with the responses.
Okay.
And I see this, and I start looking at all the helmets. Are they all men?
One of them's a woman.
Perfect. I know who I'm handing this to. With that triumph, I hand it to you, and I'm like, hurry up and respond. Let them know that everything's cool here.
All right, you have a card, and it has the correct response on it for, you know, that you're okay, that there was, you know, that there was an issue, but it's been resolved. Given that you have the correct response, I will still get you to roll, but it will be an easy check, and it will be deception.
Ooh, okay.
But because you've got the correct response, I'm also going to give you a blue. So 1 purple, 1 blue.
That is deception.
What do we got? Oh, yeah, you cinched this in. You are absolutely on board. You tell them exactly the right thing. You're like, yeah, it was just a mistake. Whatever it is that you want to say, you can. And they absolutely believe you. They're like, oh, you sure you don't need reinforcements? And you're like, no, we've got this underhand. We'll take a little bit longer to come back in, but be sure that we will be reporting back in no time. And with those 3 advantages, is there anything else that you want to say or do?
Oh, okay. Yeah, we already failed on finding. I actually would like to recover some strain.
All right. So I'll give you another option too. Okay.
Okay.
So here's another option. It's a left wing option. You could say over the comms that you've captured a Celestin, right? Which means that it's not going to be a surprise if he comes with you. If you want to, right?
Right.
You don't have to, but if you want to say that so that it's no surprise when he's with the group, that's okay. If you want to just recover strain, that's okay too. I'm just throwing it out there. 3 advantages is enough to do that.
Oh man. We're still gonna go on, right? I guess, yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna say we captured the Celestin, and you know, we'll have a prisoner in tow.
All right. Beautiful. Then you're all good to go. They say, a Celestin. Okay, I'm Danton VI. Well, probably not alone, but we'll interrogate him when you get back. We'll open the interrogation chamber for you, get everything set up and ready to go, and I'll be fine. We'll see you guys soon, hopefully, and base out. And
What the frack? How do I get out of this one?
Well, we'll have you, and at least then they're expecting us, and we can pretty much just walk in.
You can walk in. They throw me into an interrogation chamber. I'm going to spill my guts. I'll just be honest with you.
Why?
We'll take care of you.
Yeah.
Actually, maybe
Right,
we'll just insist that we do the interrogating.
Exactly, yeah. I mean, you're the ones that caught him, so.
Our prisoner.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
our interrogation.
So, are these blast vests? Like, what are they?
So
rank
what
as?
they do,
It's part of the armor, right?
yeah, is they just give soak. They don't add any blacks.
Just one soak?
Yeah.
Like heavy clothing?
These ones, yeah. These are not stormtroopers. These are just Imperial troopers. So yeah.
Okay.
So
Cool.
how weird would it look to be wearing one of these vests?
I mean, anyone that is of about a human size, they look fine. Because you've got the long snout, it's the helmet's kind of uncomfortable, and it's not that easy to speak with it. But beyond that, it's okay. They're made a little bigger, because some people have bigger heads anyway. So they're
I'm gonna just
but they're not made for a wolf, so it's uncomfy.
Yeah.
But it's fine.
And is there enough cover to cover up my fur?
Oh yeah, like they're whole like suits.
Okay. Yeah, I mean he'll put it on and test it out. He doesn't want to talk anyways. He's gonna be the silent escort.
Okay. Yep. So yeah, basically it's kind of like wearing what is it, like sports gear, kind of that sort of plastic kind of guards that sort of help absorb a little bit of damage. That's kind of what this is. But anyway, yeah, so you're good to go. Those people that are dressing up. You look fine. And Farrakhan and Boytak. Boytak is not going to fit in one because he's an Ugnaught. So you could, with those advantages, also have said that you've got him. But he says don't worry about it. He will sneak in another way, find another way in, and Farrakhan will come with you, with one of the others, and then yeah, good to
So
go.
what do we think about the fourth person then?
Interesting point. You could say that one of them, that the one that was over the radio got injured or hurt or killed or whatever by the prisoners.
Oh, you could say that you track something to the to that mist. I'm sure they know about that.
Yeah, you could do that. The mist isn't really close, so might be a little hard to swallow.
Any way we can make this armor look like it was attacked?
Yeah.
Like some kind of creature or critter?
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, you can mark it up, make it look like an animal attack, and say, "Look, he just got taken out. We had to shoot the creatures, and he died. And here's his armor to prove it." Yeah, that's absolutely plausible. It will be a deception check when we get there, but there's going to be blues on that because you got
you got 1,000 advantage.
you can mark it up real good. Yeah.
I mean, we could just bring back the helmet and just be like, this is all we could bring back. I mean, the body's pretty destroyed.
Yeah. Totally. Whatever you want to do.
I mean, here I am helping you, and y'all are planning on turning me in, but whatever works, right? What other kind of gear on them is there? Like, so there's the rifles. Is there like an extra clip? Do they have stuff?
There's no extra clip. They don't really have stuff.
Blaster vest?
Can what?
Would G fit in the vest part, the blast shield or whatever?
Not really.
Like, I've got heavy clothes already.
Plus, I already said that.
So
Well,
I mean,
if you had partial uniforming.
Yeah, but now they're expecting you to bring me.
But now they're expecting you.
Yeah, sorry. They have clothes. They have like a map with them. Beyond that, just personal effects, not anything official.
Okay.
Maybe a data pad.
Cool. Hey, that data pad's got to be worth something.
But these are just scouts, they basically just check in. They say this area is clear. They tick it off and go to the next area and tick it off. Yeah, so standard fare. So you have the data pad. It's been ticked off. You can tick it off fine. You don't need a check for that. Like, it's just a matter of going, yep, we've checked it. You can see that their scouting route is going to take say 15 more minutes to get back to base. You've said that you're probably going to be a little bit longer, so you've got a little bit of time to sort of organize yourselves, set yourselves up, be ready to go. So you've got a little bit of leeway with that. And yeah, beyond that, we'll just go straight there. Is there anything else that you guys want to set up, have going for us? Nope. Cool.
I will put my blaster into my bag, and I'm going to throw my bag over Rick's shoulder. So that I don't have my stuff on me, and it looks so that.
Yeah, so it looks like you're a prisoner. Yeah. Okay. There you go. All right, so he is sneaking in another way. Yep. All right, and I think I have moved us on the map. Okay. So what you find is we transition to this map over here. Now, have I marked up this map with vision? I'm pretty sure I did. Yes, I did. Cool. So, yeah, you see this little ruined building that's here. It's, that. You know that the camp is to your south, and the entrance to the camp is sort of southeast of here. There's like a little river that you can hear from here. It's only, it's more of a stream. And there's, the map that's there shows a little bridge It shows the camp. There is, to the south of you, you can see that the map shows that there is like a little bit of a hill. So if you wanted a bit more vision, what I could do is we could take you up onto the hill, and then I can like clear some of the vision a little bit so that you've got a little bit more vision. If you want to do that. Otherwise, you guys tell me. What do you want to do?
Oh, we lost Corey. He fell asleep.
Yeah.
It's like...
That's none of my games are really riveting.
Well, I think the vantage point makes sense, but I don't know what... I don't know that Mineth would be the one making tactical decisions.
Yeah, like Ferrikai would suggest, you know, she would lead the way and take you up to the vantage point so that you can at least get a bit of a lay of the land, and then you can decide how you want to tackle it. You know, she's been scouting this area before. She sort of knows a little bit about it. She says there's not likely to be patrols at this point. She says there's probably one due in another, say, sort of 10, 15 minutes or so. She says that it'd be stupid for us to approach directly from the hill, because that's not the route that the troopers would take. But if we scout it out, have a bit of a look, come back to the road, and then use the road, that will look a lot more convincing.
Certainly makes sense. And does she have a suggestion for where in the camp she thinks we should head for what our objective is? Although we may
She
not
says
have...
it's not going to be easy, guys. Like, she says the slaves are going to be spread out through the camp. It's going to be a major issue. How we convince people, like, do we open fire and just kill everyone that's not a slave? We don't know, but they're going to be spread out. It's going to be hard to bring them together convincingly unless you've got a plan for that. Maybe we set a fire or something. They've probably got a fire plan. So we could do something like a diversion or a fire or some other thing, but people might get hurt. We don't know, but it's kind of up to you guys how we do this, you know. But they're not going to be conveniently all in one area. These are slaves. They're working. So it's not just going to be raid the warehouse and we're done. It's going to be a little bit more difficult than that. So how we do it, you know, I don't know. What do you guys think? You know, this is a joint operation now. I've got some ideas, but
Of course. Maybe the prisoners or the slaves are your main objective, and you and Boytak can do what you can for that while we try to get what we're looking for.
okay. Well, we can play it by ear, I guess. So okay, I'll.
What do you think, Chief?
Gosh, I mean, if you want to, what might be a really good idea is if, God, I'm stupid for saying this. So if you took me in and you present me to some of the troopers, and you get a bunch of the troopers together to interrogate me, it makes them a bunch of easy targets.
Mm-hmm. That's a good idea.
And nobody, like, even better, I mean, if other troopers who don't come in to be a part of the interrogation hear gunfire, they're all going to come running to help. And honestly, we're kind of in a good position at that point, and they'll have to come through one door, right? Or
Right.
maybe there's no windows if we're lucky.
Right. You're thinking maybe we'd have a choking point. I like it.
All right.
And-
So what I'm
And slaves hearing gunfire will run the opposite direction, right?
generally.
So this might be a good one.
Did we grab all of the blasters from the...
Sure.
So we can arm them as we go. The captives can arm a few of them.
You could have, well, Berakaya could go around trying to get a hold of some slaves that are on the edge of the area while y'all try to draw all of attention in at me. God, I'm the bait. I hate this.
I'm so
Okay.
sorry. It does seem like the best plan.
You said you're sorry, and I'm the one who suggested this. Oh, gosh.
So what I've done for you guys is I've put you up on that hill, and I've taken the obstructions out. So they're all out. You cannot fire through trees. So just know that, but this gives you a bit of a better view anyway. So you'll be able to sort of see what we're looking at. You'll see a couple of the slaves. You'll see a ship there. You'll see some tents. You'll see a lookout post. A couple of lookout posts, in fact. One just here.
Really,
one on
you
the
hear
other side.
a ship.
And that's high ground as well, right?
What's that?
This one right here, this.
Yeah, so that's up. So that's like a hill, sort of like, and there's a slave working there. There's some buildings, obviously. The biggest building that you can see, most official looking one, is this purple roofed one down here.
Okay.
Beyond that, yeah, what you can see there is what you get. You can obviously see some troopers. You don't know whether that's all of the troopers. You're assuming not. So yeah.
I guess we just take out as many as we can as the opportunity presents itself.
Sounds about right to me.
So our plan, let me just say it back to you so I've got it right, okay? Our plan is take Jeef into the midst of the camp, say we're his captors, we're going to question him, then try and get
And I would like to... Okay, go ahead.
Try and get as many people of theirs interested to put them all in one area, and then take them all out at once. Is that kind of the plan? Do you want to use one of those buildings with the to sort of funnel some people through? Do you want to use trees to funnel people through? Like, what does this look like? Just real quick so that we can get going.
Building. It'll look a lot more official.
All right, so do you want maybe that blonde kind of building there, just north?
Yeah,
of
that sounds
the-
great.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
So we're going to use that. I'm going to say, okay, we'll use that. We'll do our interrogation, and we're going to try and get as many troopers as we can. What, inside there or just outside waiting for us? Like,
I think either's a good idea, just close by.
just close by, just sort of say, hey guys, we've got some prisoners. So are you going to go inside the building first and then get people's attention, or are you getting people's attention on the way?
Do it on the way.
All right, cool. That's the plan then. So we'll put that into action. Any other points before we press the go button?
Rick?
Oh, Rick.
Man, so out of it. All right. We'll just go, I guess. Corey?
All right.
Okay. Very good. So, off we go. I'm going to put us down here. Who's going to go first, etc., etc., etc.? Rick Dat will be kind of at the back-ish, I guess, until he speaks. Oh, no, he'll go up the front. Ferrikai will go up the front. Rick Dat can go up the back too. And Mineth, you can look like you're, you're escorting the prisoner, okay, as you go across the...
Yeah.
Now...
I just want to be, I want to be the rear guy.
You want to be which guy?
The rear.
The rear guy?
Okay.
You are the rear guy. Yes, done.
And Jeef, you don't even have a weapon on you at this point, right?
No, all my stuff's on Rick.
So I will get I make sure that the additional blaster that I picked up is where you can see it, where you can get to it. So before we go in there, I make sure you can see it, grab it when the time is right, because that'll be faster than getting into your pack, right? So
right.
Cool.
So I'm gonna stick with you. I'm gonna stick close to him that whole time. Make sure that
Well, that's convincing anyway. You're the one in charge of the prisoner, so
exactly.
Cool. All right, so you guys will make your way in. No one's suspicious because you've already said what's happened. You're carrying the helmet of the guy that got mauled by the animals. You've got that all with you as you march into camp. They all sort of salute as you go past, and we will put you in the midst of the camp. Basically, you can walk all the way up to the blonde building. So here we go. All of you are now up there. The troopers that are guarding the entrance will not move. It is their job to guard it. However, because you're trying to get some people's attention and you're trying to pull some people away from what they're doing, I'm going to bring a couple of guys out from their tents. The guys from inside the tents will come out. The guys that are on watch will not come out from where they are, because that does not make sense for them to do that. So these ones will come out, and I think that's about it. That's all you're going to get. This guy at the airplane, it's his job the jet ship is going to protect the ship. It's his job. So the rest of them, so you've got 3 guys there that have sort of come along for the ride, and you guys can go into the building because there's a few of you. Let me go back into the GM overlay. I'm going to reveal who's inside, and the troopers that are inside will go to the outside because you guys are sort of taking over jurisdiction of the building. So they're going to come out there. There is a slave in the building, which you can see there on the top left corner. Top corner. What's this? Oh, okay. Cool. Then we go inside, and I know it looks kind of squishy in here, but we take Jeef to over here. You can look like you're interrogating him, whatever. Rick Dat can guard the door, And Ferrikaya goes inside and makes sure that the slave is correct and tells the slave to be quiet, shows her face and says, we're here to get the rest of you out. And the slave just nods and is not going to set off an alarm or anything because they want to get out of here. So this is where we are. We're inside the building. The troopers are on the outside of the building. What's the next part of the plan, guys?
The troopers are on the outside?
Yes. Where they are. They can come in if you wish them to come in.
I just shake my head and I keep my head down and I look up at Minus and go, put a big smile on and tell them they can take free punches if they want them. Bring them in, and while they're lined up, just shoot them.
Okay.
Just understand, any cool stuff is mine. I'm earning it.
Of course.
It sounds like a great plan. What could possibly go wrong? This is totally Star Wars.
Totally.
All right. Cool. Then a bunch of them will file in. It's going to get real squishy in here, guys. As a bunch of them file in and, start, polishing off their knuckles, ready to lay in, and then you guys can spring this trap, and let's see how this goes. This is going to be totally crazy.
So,
right.
Can I get my blaster from her?
Oh, yeah.
Before they come in?
Yeah,
Perfect.
You can do that.
I'm a little attached to my blaster.
All right, so I want you, before I file people in, all right, I want you to put yourselves exactly where you want to be, okay, because I don't want to, move you and have you where you don't want to be. So put yourself where you want to be in this building. Obviously, you're inside. If you want to be outside, I guess that's okay, but, that might get ugly. We don't know.
Inside makes sense.
Yeah. And
everyone get away from me.
Yeah. So wherever you want to be, obviously
Get
the
away
slave
from
is
you?
there. Do you want
Yeah.
Where do you want the slave? I can put the slave wherever you like.
I think we should
But
arm the slave.
No. No. Yes, the slave may have a grudge, but I don't know what that slave can actually do with the weapon. So I would say, I would think more put the slave by the door.
Okay.
Or
Door.
in the far opposite corner, like in that direction.
Right.
And if you line them up closer to me, then you're going to have some of them be not engaged with you so that you can get off better shots.
Right. Okay.
Rather than you trying to throw punches.
Okay.
Unless Rick wants to throw punches.
So is everyone where they want to be? And I'll file in the rest of the soldiers.
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay. So we're going to have one that comes in and two that come in there, three that come in there. The guy's going to be there. He's going to file in too. Okay, they are where they're going to be. And they're not ready for this. They all look at each other. They're starting to, flex their muscles and he'd be like, you go first. And the other one's like, no, you go first. And then you spring your trap. All right. I'm going to give you, because this is totally not expected at all, I'm going to give you a round before we roll initiative. Okay. Because this is big. Yeah. So we'll just go. You guys tell me what you're doing and what we'll do, I'll get all of you to roll initiative, all right?
Okay.
And this will stick for when, but we can sort of work it out from there. So it will be cool because you know exactly what's happening here. So I'll get that, and we can look at that. All right, and who's going? So you want to do something, Mineth?
Yeah, I was gonna say, well, I guess we can resolve initiative first.
Oh, good.
I was gonna say, this guy's probably got his back to me because he's thinking about doing something to Jeef. So I'm in the perfect position to just fire pretty much point blank at him.
Absolutely. Yeah, it is. You know, it's going to be a little bit hard because when you're in a press of people and you're firing at someone and you've got enemies around, it's a bit difficult to do. So in this case, it's going to be a purple and a red. Okay.
So purple, a red. Shoot, we need some story points.
A purple and a red.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So you're in close range. So it'll just be red.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
My apologies.
That's all right. I don't know how all that works. So all right.
So it'll just be a red. Cool.
Ooh.
Oh.
That didn't go well.
That's just a threat. That's just a threat, though. I'll take it.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, you pull your weapon. He's right where you need him. You fire it, and again, you're just not used to what goes on here with weapons. This is only the second time you've shot, and
right. Probably shaking a little after killing somebody.
Yeah, you're like, this is definitely going to kill someone. And you're just like, I'm having second thoughts. You take a point of strain from that recoil. And the other two guys can both act at the same time here. So this is all before they can act. So take your actions. And you're not saying because that happened, because your action happens at exactly the same time. So you can't bounce off each other in this round. After this round, we go back to normal initiative, okay, and then you can bounce off each other again. But for this round, you're all jumping, you're all firing, so it's just you doing your thing. So who wants to go next?
I will actually take a maneuver to go prone. Like, I'm acting like I'm not part of it. Actually, I'm ducking down, and I'm gonna step away for just a second. I'll be right back. Sorry.
Okay. Richter.
Yeah, I'm just gonna. We grabbed all those pistols, right?
Yep.
Okay, so it's feasible for me to say he has a pistol. Or why would you not take one? Because we're all in this building, and for me to pull my rifle, it just doesn't sound proper. I don't know. What do you think?
I think you knowing that you're going to be outnumbered, you're going to want as much advantage as you can get. So,
all right, yeah, all right.
You can pull that rifle. That's totally fine by me.
Okay. What is it?
What is it? Just a red.
Just a red.
And you can obviously aim and do all the normal stuff.
All right. I am going to go up to 4 strain and double.
Ooh, okay.
I wanna hit people again.
Yeah.
It's addictive.
Yeah, it is.
It's addictive.
All right. So let's see how we go. How you go?
Oops, I almost forgot to put in the red. What did he say? Because I didn't see it.
What did who say?
Somebody, Jim said something in the chat.
I was just apologizing. It's late here, and it sounded like somebody was at our door. So I had to go deal with that.
Oh, okay. I didn't see it yet. Come on. There we go.
Oh, man.
What is with you?
Wow. Oh, wait.
All
The
right.
2 blues aren't in there.
All right.
Two blues
So,
on
yeah.
there.
Okay, do those 2 blues.
Easy, crazy. I am going to put the rifle at my face and shoot my own face.
Let's see what these blues do.
Easy, crazy. And start over again with a new character.
Oh, there you go.
Better. So
That is
Yes.
1 success and 5 advantages.
Yeah, 4, 5 advantages, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Man, that's a lot of advantage.
Yes, it is.
Auto fire, crit.
Crit.
What can I? Yeah. What can I do with all that?
You can crit. So
Yeah, the
this is a
pistol.
group of minions, just so you know. They're minions. You can crit. I don't know how you're going to explain that, but you can crit.
Yeah, I have auto fire, and I
All
also
right.
have disorient 2 on it.
Well, how
So
about
I
this,
say
right?
that my surprise is shooting such a large weapon in such a tight space that, yeah, I don't know. So
So what I see in my head, right? You've got auto fire on your weapon. So what we're going to do is we're going to activate a crit, but we're going to make it look like it's auto fire, right? So what you're going to do is you're basically going to get your weapon and you're just going to walk through the whole room just shooting, right? Bang, 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 like through the whole room and just kill every last one of them because you're critting basically because it's a minion group.
okay,
You just
I like
walk.
that.
You just mow them down
Yeah.
with that auto fire, right?
I'm just doing the Terminator thing.
Yeah. And we're gonna say, do you have an extra clip?
But it's an energy rifle, so what? How does that work?
Well, have you taken the item extra clip?
No. I didn't
Okay.
know
So
what
what
that
I'm
was.
gonna do is I'm gonna spend a story point, right, so that we're freeing up a little bit, all right. And I'm gonna say you run out of ammo, okay, because you just basically just mow everyone down, all right. And I'm spending that story point to make you run out of ammo. You can reload.
Oh, shit.
You can reload. It's all good. But
There's got to be others there. I mean, even where we are, the guys probably had clips.
Yep.
I mean, I would assume that
yeah, it'll just be
I don't know.
it'll just be yeah. It'll just be a maneuver or whatever it is to reload. I don't know. All right.
Yeah.
So all those guys
Wow.
are gone.
So
Right.
yeah,
How is everyone
one
responding
dead, right?
to this? Like Rick Dat's just like mowed the entire building down.
Guys, is that exactly how you wanted it done around here? I think I found my mojo back.
That was very efficient of you, Mr. Rick Det.
I begin shouting at the top of my lungs. Oh no! Gravel's dressed up as Imperial Guard!
Okay. All right.
And I grab another blaster off one of the bodies.
Man, you are addicted.
Grab those weapons. Well, I mean, we were potentially taking refugees.
Hostages? Yes, we are taking slave hostages.
We're taking us. We might, want some for the refugees, and yeah.
Okay. So we're gonna have
Clips.
anyone in
anything else in this room?
earshot.
Huh?
What else is in this room?
This is set up to be an interrogation area. There's shackles on the, attached to the walls. There's like whips.
And we have packs, right?
You have packs. As in backpacks?
Yeah.
If you took a backpack, yes.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. If you took it, you got it.
All right. So.
All right, so the people on watch are still going to, but the people in the next building are going to come running. All right. Now, when they do, I got something special here for you guys.
How many people are in the encampment?
You don't know exactly.
We can keep shooting, though.
You can keep shooting.
Yep.
Where are we? Why is that not there?
Well, if it's
There
like
was an
300
AT
guys.
Are there windows on this building?
Is there what?
Windows.
Yeah, sure. You can have a window.
All right. Mineth is going to move to a window, knowing people are going to come running, and position herself to fire maybe through the window before they even get inside.
Okay, sure. Yeah, you can do that. 1 second, guys. I'm just having to
Got a
grab
special
this guy's
there.
actual picture because I want you guys to see this clearly.
It's an AT-AT walker, isn't it? It's an AT-AT walker.
Not in the middle of a camp at this time, no.
Yes.
God.
All right, so let me just go quickly to the GM level so that I can drag this picture over without it making a mess. And then I will go Shift Z. You see this guy.
Oh, isn't he pretty?
Oh, my.
Egyptian style. Imperial.
I like it.
Or something.
Well, what do we look like?
People.
Do you have anything of that?
So he looks kind of nasty. He's got stormtrooper armor on, but it's specially modified, and he is carrying a vibro knife and a heavy blaster rifle with him, and he is ordering men around, and you can instantly tell that this guy is the leader of this area, and you can even see. Does anyone have military knowledge of any description? Because he has a rank on his uniform that, if you have some sort of knowledge of ranks in the Imperial Army, you might know.
Oh, no.
Nope. No one knows. Well, he's got that, whatever that means, on him. He's got some sort of rank on him, so he is clearly higher rank than standard Mook, and he is ordering people around. And he is on his way into the building. And because you are saying that you've got that window shot, you can fire either at him or at the other two troopers that are accompanying him.
Rick, get ready. There's a big wig on the way, and yeah, I'm gonna fire at him.
Okay, you can fire at him. In order to do so, you are firing through a window. All right, this is going to be a bit more difficult than normal.
Oh, great.
So it would be short distance. Because you're firing through a window, we're adding a purple for firing through the window. That makes it 2 purples. But he is an adversary 1, which makes it a purple and a red. And
Okay.
he has specially modified armor, which will give you a black.
Ooh. Okay.
And then whatever you've got, let me make sure I'm all clear, but I should be. Yes, I am. So you are free.
I'm gonna use that light side point if the guys don't object to upgrade my roll.
Okay.
So that's going to be one more of these, and then... Oh, did it do it? No, it didn't do it.
I can't see a roll just yet. It might still be coming. Sometimes it takes a moment. Maybe press it again and we'll see. There it is. So we have...
I did it a second time. I ended up doing them both, showing up both at the same time.
All right. So your first one counts. Okay. So you've just got a success here, which is enough to hurt this guy. So you've got 7 damage. He will take 2.
Oh.
Ow.
Okay. As he has a soak of 5. And then you've got no advantages and no threats. Is anyone else? He's coming through the door. So Richter, you have a shot here. Jeef, I don't think you do at this point where you are right now. So Richter has a shot. And then I'm going to roll initiative for these guys. Well, they'll act and then I'll roll initiative.
Would I still get to do something?
Sure, Jeef.
Okay. Rick, you want to go ahead and go first and take a shot?
You know it.
So you can target him or you can target one of the mooks if you want to.
I want to target... I'm gonna target one of the mooks.
Okay.
You can do that. I'd rather just take out
short
multiple
distance
shooters than take out a guy that I don't think I can kill.
So you're sitting at 1 purple. That's it. As far as they go, they're very easy to hit. And this is a minion group of 2 at this stage because there's no one.
So it's just what?
Just
red?
1 purple.
1 purple. Oh shit.
Yep. And any aim that you want to do if you want.
Yeah, I'm gonna just single.
Hit him.
Yeah, you could still do that. Yeah. Cool. Go ahead.
I'm gonna just do 1 aim though.
Okay. Nice. So that is a total of 10 damage. You'll take out both of the troopers. I think. Let me double check that. Yes.
I'm happy with that.
Yeah. One was recovering from a wound from a different battle, so he goes. So both troopers are out, and you have 3 advantages.
And I only wanted to roll one of those, but the one's a blank, so it doesn't really matter.
Okay.
See what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
All right.
The advantages. How do you want to spend them?
Is that a critical again?
Critical 3? Yeah.
3?
But you've already killed all the minions.
Oh, okay. So then can I auto fire and hit all 3 of them?
You can auto fire onto him, I think. Yeah.
And what does disorient 2 do?
It's not going to do anything because you can't activate that as well.
So you're not going to be able to auto fire because you have to do that before. You have to say that you're doing it before the attack because it increases the difficulty of the attack when you do that.
Okay.
To be able to turn it on.
Okay.
Cool. All right. So we've still got 3 advantages though. So you can throw him a black or a couple of blacks. You can throw an ally a couple of blues.
Can you make him his armor be
I would
unaffected?
like to give him black dice.
Okay. He gets some black dice. 3 of them.
So that'll be hard for him to hit us.
Okay.
You
Then
can, with the 3 advantages, you can negate the enemy's defense bonuses
yeah, you could.
from
Okay.
equipment.
Yeah, so if you want to sort of take away that black from his armor, then you can do that. Otherwise, yeah, you can give him black, so I don't mind.
I think I like the idea of giving him more blacks.
All right, so yeah, and basically, you've shot both of his minions there. You sort of scraped him along the way. You haven't done any damage to him, but it makes his check a little bit harder. What he's going to do, so basically, because all you guys have acted, he's going to act now, and then he's going to roll initiative and see where we are for the start of the new round. Is that okay with everybody?
I didn't get to act.
You didn't get to act. You can act now before he acts.
Is there a window near me?
You can use the one that Mineth is using. You can sort of
Duck
She's not
in, duck
gonna
out.
Move. She would have at least ducked down anyway.
yeah. So you can absolutely use that.
No, I'm actually trying to get out of the building.
Oh, there's a window on the other side. Sure.
Okay. Are they just like, do they have moving panes, or am I gonna have to break through it?
Just
So how
really
they
ban
are,
that wall.
because this is a building designed to contain people.
Okay.
It has so the window does
Bars.
lift. There are bars on the other side, but you think that because you're coming from the inside, you could easily open the bars. That you see that they're on hinges. From the outside, it would be a lot harder. But because you're on the inside, the latch is on the inside, so you could let the latch go and open them. So you'd have to lift the window, open the latch, jump out.
Will that take my entire turn? Or will it take more than that?
I think it's probably a turn.
I will spend my entire turn doing it, and I'm gonna fall down between the wall, between the wall and whatever that is stacked up outside on the back.
Yep. Like all of those crates and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're over there. Done. Cool. So he's going to act at this point, and then he'll roll initiative. He throws a grenade into the room.
Of course he does.
So how do we do this? So we do it. It's still an attack against Rickdad, I'm guessing, because we still have to do it against someone, right? So I'm at 2 purple. For that. Rickdat, do you have any defense? Range defense? I'm guessing that's going to be a no. He's going to spend one of those.
Oh,
Oh boy.
And
Well, at least they're being spent.
yeah, I mean,
If they don't get spent.
I mean, this is the leader of the camp. I'm going to be spending points.
I hope so. You
All
should
right.
be.
So,
I should
so it does go off. Okay, so it's going to deal 9 damage, blast 6.
ugh.
Okay, so Rickdat will take 9 less his soak, and blast Ferakaya will take 6. The slave will die, and I don't. Would it reach to Mineth? I don't think so, Jim. Is that right? I don't think it would reach all the way over there.
No, it's usually just adjacent.
It's adjacent, right? Yeah. So, yeah. So Ferrikai takes 6. Okay. That hurts her.
Oh, jeez.
Okay. And yeah, Rickdat's taken 9. All right, so he's thrown that. Now he's going to roll for the next round of initiative. Okay. I've already got everyone else's, I'm pretty sure. Have I got everyone else's there, or did we not roll yet?
We did. This is just a while back.
Okay. Looking at that. There's the cool. So we've got 1 success there.
I think I had 2 advantages.
Okay. Yep. All right. So he's
3.
going to roll. And he has got 2. His willpower is 3.
Oh, yuck. Come on, watch.
So that's correct for him. Well. Okay. So he's going to act again now. And he's got a triumph there. So, whew.
Whoa. That's not good.
He is going, with that triumph, he is going to basically pull some troopers from where they are, and they're going to start, the guys that are on lookout, they're going to start moving their way. So they wouldn't normally, because that's their job to stay on lookout. Because of the triumph, he's going to pull them in. It's still going to take them a little while to get to us.
There's no purple dice in this roll there, Matt.
There shouldn't be.
It's an initiative roll.
No, it's an initiative roll? Okay.
He's got a triumph on initiative roll, so he can pull in some troopers. And now he's going to take his action. So he's going to pull out his heavy blaster rifle.
This is not good.
And he's going to take a shot at Rickdat, because you're right there in his line of sight. Ugh. All right. Bum. And we've got 2 of those. And we're going to do that. And we're going to do that. I've got 3 successes and a threat. So, Rickdat, you'll take another 13 points of damage.
Oh.
And what do you guys want to do with that threat of his? You can make him take a point of strain or something else.
Absolutely. Unless you can think of something.
So he'll take a point. Okay.
Wait, how much did I take?
So you've taken 9 less your thing. And now, so as the first attack from last round, and then for this round, you've taken 13 less your soak.
So 13 and 9 is 23, right?
Yeah,
Well,
less your soak twice.
That's your soak, so.
Right. So that's minus 6.
23 minus 6 is 17.
Yeah, he's wounded.
Okay.
I'm at my thought spells.
Ow.
Oh no.
So Ferrikai. What can she do? she's going to attempt to heal you because she doesn't really think that she can take him out by herself. So she is going to feed you a pill. Now, I don't know how this works. I guess it'll be medicine. So she's going to roll for that. See how we go. When I can get the right thing. Here we go. So she's got 3. That looks about right. No difficulty. Okay. All right. She heals. She heals +3, so it'll be 5. I don't know if that brings you back technically up or not, but she heals you for 5. And with those 3 advantages, she says, I hope you're all really good shots. And she throws over a couple of blue, 3 blue to the next person to act. Who wants to take it?
Are you up, Corey?
Yeah, I'm good.
Do you want to shoot at him?
Yeah. How much did she give me?
She gave you 5.
5. Yeah. I'm good to. I'm 2 to the good.
Good.
That comes
Take
off
those
wounds,
wounds.
right?
What's that?
Yeah. I would like to. Can I? Is it my go? Is that what you're saying?
You can take the slot.
Yeah, I would like to try to shoot her, and intend to use disorient. Of 2.
Okay. So I don't think disorient.
Right. That one just gets triggered if you have the advantages. You don't have to call it beforehand. Auto fire, you do.
All right. So we're at short
Okay.
range.
Well, autofire doesn't do anything because that's just arcs to people, right?
I'll have to look at it again. I'm sorry.
Oh, wait. So we're at short range, which would be a purple. He's an adversary, so it's a red, a black for his armor, and you're good to go.
No, you can actually count those additional hits to that same target.
All right, a red and a black.
A red and a black. 1 second. You should be good to go.
I'm gonna take the aim, of course.
Okay.
And you've got 3 more blues, too.
3 more blues.
So I got 4.
Yep. If you want to call auto fire, it would count as multiple hits on him if you get the 2 advantages.
Yeah. Okay.
So
I like
it
it.
would just become a purple and a red if you want to say auto fire.
So no blacks.
Still a black.
Okay. Love it. Let's do it.
Cool.
Oh, come on. Where are we? There we go.
Nice.
That's literally what you need.
Oh.
So
Nice.
it's 10 damage, and it's another 10 damage from auto fire. Is that right?
Yes.
Wow.
Nice.
And I would like to give more blues so we can keep blowing
No.
on this dude.
No, don't give blues. You have to use those to make your auto fire turn on. Those advantages to make that auto fire actually work.
Okay. Sorry.
All right. So does this count as 2 attacks against soak, or is this 1 attack versus soak?
Each of them count as an additional hit from the weapon, and each hit deals base damage plus the number, so probably soak applies twice.
Okay. So 10 and 10 will be 5 and 5. So, okay. He is still up.
It doesn't knock him out, does it?
Does not knock him out. But he looks
Oh.
extremely wounded at this point. He looks set back. And we have another PC.
I'll take it.
Sweet.
Oh, this is going to end up being ugly for me. I'm going to come around to here. No, I'll come around to here, and I'm going to fire at him.
Okay.
So that's short range. So it's just going to be a red and a black, right?
Yep.
All right. I'm going to take the 2 strain to aim. And here I go.
Nice.
Well,
So how much damage is this? So that's 9 damage?
yes, it's 9 damage.
Okay. So,
And I'm going to use that blue dice to my shots. Now, granted, it's all strain because, yeah, it's my gun. So it's 9 strain. But now there's a shot coming at him from the side, and I'm getting some of his attention. So whoever goes next gets a blue die.
okay. Well, he goes down
Nice.
with that 9 damage. And
Yes.
with
Let me
that,
guess. Despair, I hear click, click from my gun.
with that despair, I'm just going to look at his.
Well, he called.
He, with his dying breath, will will throw a grenade not at you, but at the building that he came out of.
Oh, no. Okay.
And he's going to kill 2 more slaves with that. And he is out. So effectively, there are some troopers that have seen him die. They've seen the explosion. They're not going to stay and fight because they're not really. These are just average Joes, and yeah, you guys have slaughtered this guy, so they're just gonna get out of there. Unless you guys want to fire after them, they're just gonna run. So
They both get in the ship.
Run away!
Yeah, I'm gonna put 2 in the ship, and the
Okay.
others. The others are just gonna come up here, and they're gonna say, "Let's get the hell out and start running for the hills up here." Cool. So, and these guys will run that way, and this guy is gonna run that way. All right. So there we are. We are out of combat. You have successfully killed the sergeant. What do you guys want to do? Let's roll your recovery rolls. The cool or discipline at the end of that combat.
Oh, cool. I have nice discipline.
Okay.
Well, look at you.
Sorry, that red one's still in there. So I have a success. I have 2 successes and an advantage.
Okay. I'm gathering all
Man,
the
I just
slaves
spin it
together.
so bad.
So remind me what the results.
So
It's recover a strain for every success,
right,
right? And the
and you
advantage
can't.
don't do anything,
Right.
right? Okay.
Yeah.
Whoops! I just
I
did.
know one die. That sucks.
Okay. So you guys managed to save 7 of the slaves.
Not bad.
They look kind of
They're not gonna-
horrified that that some of their friends, family were just blown up, but they're happy to be rescued. Yeah, what are you guys doing?
I'm gonna try to get into that
Just
main
taking over
building.
stuff?
Yeah, I think we need to go get what we came for.
Okay.
The other half, the rebreathers.
Yeah.
I mean-
So there's a whole bunch of like crates and everything that you guys have got. You've got time to go through, so that's all good. You definitely find enough rebreathers for everyone. In addition, the sergeant has stormtrooper armor. If you guys want that.
And I can probably, if it needs to be repaired, if we get some more of the Durasteel or Plasteel, whatever, I'm sure I can fix it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not.
Or at least make it not look like Stormtrooper armor.
Yeah, you can modify it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm down
but you're
for
going
that.
to need a bit of time. So obviously you can't do that right at the second, but you will be able to. But yeah, cool.
A Vibroblade, right?
Vibro knife
Vibro knife.
and a heavy blaster rifle.
Is it just a normal blast rifle?
Just.
Yeah, 10 damage, crit 3, auto fire.
Yeah, I'm the only one that could probably use that. So, yeah, I guess I mean, he'll pick that up.
Okay.
And yeah,
Cool.
I'm starting to fade fast. Just to let you know.
Okay. We're pretty much coming to an end anyway. So you guys have rescued a number of the slaves. You can take them back to the Elom Caves. It seems like our friend Boytak didn't show up during that battle.
I wondered about him.
You're not sure about him. He doesn't show up back at the caves, and Ferrikai, after a little while, starts to get a little bit nervous and doesn't really know what to do.
How long have you and Boytak worked together?
She pauses for a minute and thinks, and she says, it'll be 3.5 years. Yeah, 3.5 years.
I'm sure he's fine. He probably he got waylaid somewhere. Something held him up. Maybe we should.
There's the rest of those. The rest of the scouts.
Yeah. There are a number of troopers out in the planet, you think that given what's happened, 2 of them got away by ship. The rest of them probably would make their way to the other side of the planet. It's going to take them a while. Or await transport. Maybe they have like an area that would be like, signal for transport here or whatever. They've probably got a safe area, so they'll probably get. And you don't think it's going to be safe on this planet much longer, because the rest of the Empire are probably going to come to reclaim whatever is theirs in an amount of time. But it'll take them, it'll take them a good 24 hours to get here from the other side of the planet.
We need to be fast on getting out of here ourselves.
Right. So you're back in the caves. I don't want to take too much longer because, we're fading and it's about time anyway. Any last things you want to do or say before we wrap it up and call it a session?
I think that sounds like a great plan.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Cool. I'm down.
I can't think of anything right now that's
all right. Well, we've managed to save some slaves. We managed to kill the sergeant. It was ugly, but we got there. For anyone that's been watching, we thank you for watching, and hopefully you've enjoyed this as well. And we'll be back in 2 weeks. I think there's going to be one person away. Is that right? Or are we going to delay? We'll decide. It might be 2 weeks. It might be 4. We'll figure it out as a group. But thank you again, and thank you all you guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the session, and next time we'll see if we can get off the planet. All right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
No worries. I'll stop the broadcast now. Bye-bye.
Bye.